Welcome back to the Deep Digger Sports Pod. I'm your host, Drew. My other hosts are right over there.
What's up? It's D. Good to see you again. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and drop some comments and be sure to subscribe because it really does help us push our content to other people. So we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, and we'll just get right into this loss. I mean, let's talk about this quickly because I don't want to hear about the two losses in a row anymore. I just want to get back to winning. Remember those days?
Seems like such a long time ago.
So what happened out there?
Does the defense suck? Does the offense suck? What's going on here? Like, bro.
I mean, before everything was ranked, all of these teams in the 49ers were ranked like top of the league.
Yeah, so I just don't know where you go to find a fix here. It seems like the offense is really stagnated. Brock Purdy has come down to earth a little bit. The defense, I'm seeing a lot of people mad about Steve Wilks blitzing, but if anything, we should be kind of pissed off at Kasaric too because this defensive line sucks. And we've put a lot of money on this defensive line. They're not stopping the run. They're not getting into the quarterback. So, of course, like, what do you do if you can't get four guys into the backfield to sack the quarterback? You bring the blitz. So that's the problem there. And then people are pissed off at Wilkes. But, like, realistically, the D-line, Javon Hargrave has been really good, but he can't do it by himself. Eric Armstead has been lacking this season. Nick Bosa, I didn't really hear the only thing I heard from him yesterday is he has a fucking Skims ad now. And I put on Twitter, and I was waiting for someone to pause me. I put less Skims, more sacks. Pause. But it's true. And then where the fuck is Drake Jackson? Where the fuck is that Drake Jackson that we seen from the first game, bro? Like, what happened? Is he just a bust? Like, so yeah, I'm pretty. If you can't tell, I'm pretty fucking frustrated. Is defensively, that's where the root of the problem is. It's on the D line. They are just underachieving at this point, and of course, it trickles up to the rest of it, to the secondary who can't guard to save their lives. A good thing Justin Jefferson wasn't there because he would have torched us for 300 yards himself. Primetime Kirk Cousins, he aced his audition. Like if I'm Kyle Shanahan, I'm looking at him like, damn. Kirk's pretty good. So I don't know. Like, and then to take it to the offense, Christian McCaffrey, I know he put a lot of this, the blame on himself. Don't do it, Christian. Don't. It's okay. We know you fumbled. It's all right. But you're a dog. You're out there with a oblique tear, even though it's slight. I don't know how slight it is, but he's a dog, dude. That's the one guy who you could trust in and out game after game to put his heart and soul into this team. And he did it. So I don't think he should take any of the blame. Realistically, like, I had to say it, but like, Brock, what are you doing, dude? Just two really bad picks, like very, very bad. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? Just because I'm over here ranting at this point.
Yeah, I'll get to the defense as well, but I texted you immediately after that game. Like, was that Brock Purdy out there or was that Jimmy G? Because so many of those throws look like Jimmy G throws. And I think this is the first time, even last week, I didn't think Brock looked like he was trying to do too much or didn't know what he was doing. This game was the first game I've seen Brock Purdy just overly doing too much, trying to make something happen, throw the ball away, don't overthrow. He's like getting so much air under these balls and they're flying over, getting picked off. Even he almost got Kittle hurt. He threw a Jimmy death ball too high. Kittle gets hit in the knee and he limps off the field.
It's because they hit him in the dick. Did you see that after?
Yeah.
He was like, hit me in the fucking dick.
But yeah, it's one of those Jimmy throws where like it's way too high and you're going to put this guy up and put him in danger. And so even that last play, the interception, you're scrambling around. There's no one open. Like, just turn to the sideline, throw it in the dirt. Like, what are we doing here?
Live to fight another day.
Yeah, there was still 30 seconds left. We still could have got another playoff. And then McCaffrey fumbling to open the game really, I think, just killed our momentum. It looked like we were going to easily have our way with this defense that day. And then it just took everything away. Jawan Jennings looked amazing. I thought he looked like a solid receiver, but I think, can Kyle not call a game unless he has every single superstar at his disposal. Like, what are we doing here? I know we don't have Debo, we don't have Trent, but this offense, if you gave this offense to any other team in the league, they'd be like, oh yeah, this is a kick-ass offense. They have fucking all pro players still. Like, we should be able to put together 21 points.
Yeah, it definitely looked disconjointed. It just felt like there was no rhythm. It felt like behind McCaffrey, do we need to go out and trade for another running back? Because what are we doing? Like at this point, I'm tired of Elijah Mitchell. Just get him off the team. Like, let's go ahead and just find another guy that can really back up McCaffrey, who has the ability to just be a good change of pace back. And right now, it just seems like either Kyle doesn't trust them or they just don't have it. So it is what it is, dude. But like they need to, of course, we know the run is what this Shanahan offense is built off of, but people are stacking the box. And then the passing scheme just doesn't seem up to par lately.
Yeah, and that's my thing with Kyle. Like, he's always had guys that he trusts and guys that need to earn his trust. And if you need to earn his trust, you're not going to play. And so I think when you have a lot of injuries, when you have a team like this, sometimes in the league, you have to just throw it to a guy and trust him. Like, even though he is a rookie, a Ronnie Bell, or he is kind of an unproven guy, like our backup running back, like Ty Davis Price. Like, I know he was inactive, but like sometimes if you have injuries, you just got to throw caution to the wind and be like, look, you're on our roster. We got you for a reason. Let's try it and see if it works. Because we don't have another, like, are we just going to give it to McCaffrey and Kittle 50 times because Debo Samuel's hurt? Like, that's what we were doing, basically.
Yeah, man. And it was, again, bad all over. Jake Moody misses another fucking another field goal. Yeah, he goes ahead and drills like a 50-yarder, but at the same time, the game is completely different at the end of the game when if they make that field goal, the 49ers are only down 2. Then it changes it from, hey, we have to score a touchdown to, hey, you know what? All we have to do is get into field goal range. You don't have to be that aggressive. So it does change the complete face of the entire game moving forward. And you just can't have this shit. Like, okay, yeah, he drilled the kicks that he did. Cool. But he still missed one. So, like, that's 3 in the last 2 games. That's 9 points. That's the difference between winning and losing in this league. And, yeah, they lost. So,
and you could say as much as you want, oh, we had other chances. We could have done all this, and that to win the game. Jake Moody lost these last 2 games, to me, in my eyes. Last week, for sure, against the Browns, he lost that game. This week, I think missing that kick, like you said, we could have just hit a field goal right there and won the game. Mm-hmm. So 2 games on this guy. You can't have a Super Bowl team if you're missing 3 out of 4 kicks. Like, that's just not a Super Bowl team formula. And I don't know whether we should trust this guy moving forward. I feel like he's like pregame saying because his cleats, he needs to change out cleats. I'm like, you're in a fucking dome. How do you not have your cleats situated? The weather isn't a factor. I just feel like mentally he's like trying to find something that is wrong because like he's just not there right now.
Yeah, and I think on the other side of the ball, the defense, there were opportunities. Charvarius Ward has that pick. Jordan Addison does the same thing back to him, ends up taking it for a touchdown with 8 seconds left in the second quarter. Just little mistakes like that. Like, what are we doing as a team? If you knock the ball down,
knock it down. It's 7 seconds left. You're not going to get a fucking interception touchdown. Knock it down.
Yeah, and I mean, let's take it to the Vikings. The Vikings fucking executed. They looked great. Alexander Madison had a tough couple of runs to start out the game. He looked really good. Kirk Cousins got it going. He threw for, I think, over 400 yards this game. Jordan Addison looks elite. He looks so speedy out there. I know he got banged up at the end of it, but he had his best game to date. And this is a tough defense. And so kudos to the Minnesota Vikings. And I know we had said even before this that they were going to be a tough out. I know they hung in there with the Chiefs. They should have beat them. They have been in all of these games, but it's just one of those things where when you play close games, either you win them or you lose them based off the little things. And they had lost up until this point. And so they took it. They went out there and they were like, hey, I know the rap on us is we do not perform in primetime games. So let's go out there and show the world that we can actually do this. And that place was fucking rocking, dude. The skull chant has to be one of the coolest pregame rituals fucking ever. That shit was dope.
Yeah. Just to wrap up this game, I think it was just like a lot of things didn't go the Niners' way. Travarius Ward not knocking down that ball, and then again being a touchdown right before half. The McCaffrey fumble, the Moody kick. I think honestly, I think we can look back and think I didn't feel like we were playing that bad on offense. It just didn't feel like we were punching in scores. Like I was like, why are we driving the ball and we're not like we should have way more points than this. It just felt like we were doing better than what we were. So I'm not too worried about the offense. I think we could still bounce back. Kyle needs to figure it out. Debo will be back at some point. But yeah, this defense got worked yesterday, and it happens in the league. Sometimes a lead defense just gets pushed around when you get a run game going on them.
But this is all right.
But I will say one more thing. The secondary, when Justin Jefferson isn't there, they're just force-feeding Jordan Addison. When Jordan Addison goes down, they're force-feeding Brandon Powell. Like, we need to figure this out in the secondary, guys. Because how many plays am I going to watch Kirk Cousins throw a fucking in route where the guy has 10 yards of cushion? Like, how many times?
And that was supposed to be the one thing. Like, I said a couple weeks back, and you were like, oh, like, don't worry. It was off of a win, bro. I was complaining about Steve Wilks. Steve Wilks, his main thing was supposed to be, like, he works with DBs well. But the Cardinals had a 99-yard drive to score. And it was like, okay, well, this defense should be elite enough to stop the fucking Arizona Cardinals. Now they've come out and just looked bad 2 weeks in a row. And it's like, dude, what are we doing here? Again, you were supposed to be the guy who's going to help out DBs. The defensive line should be situated. The defensive line has regressed. They have underachieved. So it's really highlighting the flaws in this secondary. So I know people online were talking about they need to make a move. If you're like in your mind, would you go out and get a DB, or would you go out and get another pass rusher to add to this defensive line?
I mean, for me, I'm all for. I think we need another receiver. I think that's what we need because Debo is injury prone. We know that. It's okay. He's a great, amazing player. But if he goes down, Ayuk being the center key focus of all these defenses, if he just getting doubled up, like where do we go from there? Because we tried it today, or we tried it the Monday night with Kittle, and we saw like they're gonna let Kittle eat, but yeah, we're not gonna get anything downfield from these receivers. So I think we really need to have another solid receiver on the team, just to keep the offense dynamic in case one of these guys goes down.
Whatever happened to Danny Gray?
He's not one of Kyle's guys right now. So that's why he's not going to see the field.
So I don't know, dude. Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy. Like
if we don't have quote unquote Kyle guys on the team, like let's just fucking trade for him because he knows what he wants. Like he knows who he's going to play. Like even if they're not going to be amazing, like at least they're going to play and get touches and like switch up what we're doing.
Yeah. I mean, go out and get Randall Cobb. A tough vet, knows what he wants. A 25-year-old Randall Cobb, baby.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Do you think the 49ers should make a trade? Are you panicking like Diaz over there?
I'm not panicking. I'm just fucking sick of losing. Like, this is supposed to be an elite team. We were talking about.
Imagine being a Bears fan, my guy. That's all we got for today. Thank you so much. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you soon.
All right, later.